type of money that can only be spent for a specific number of reasons. And some worry about that state control or whatever. But like in this particular narrow use case, you want to give checks to individuals to get the economy moving again. Yeah. So if you think of programmable money that expires if you don't spend it.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting it more right now with Bloomberg's Sonali Basak. Sonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. Now, guys, I told you in 2023 in the first quarter, we would get an event, and now we have the banking collapse, which the master magicians pulled off the perfect distraction. And at the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, guys, we're going to have another main event. Now, of course, the markets will still pump and dump until we get that next crisis. Guys, we know they're going to pull that rug. And all we have to do is watch the Fed to know exactly when that's about to happen. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now, guys, we have Bitcoin and crypto pulling back. We have the stock market flat overall. The NASDAQ is slightly down. But we have a very entertaining week. We have CPI numbers tomorrow. We have Walmart and Target reporting. And that's very important because it lets us know where the consumer is. And then we have China's Xi meeting the president in San Francisco that all of a sudden they were able to clean up. Remember, guys, you're watching a movie. And speaking of movies, we have the government shutdown looming, so we know the drama is going to be here this week. So, guys, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates, which are slightly up. We have the dollar, which is slightly up. And if you have both of them moving up, we know that's not good for the markets. And make sure you're paying attention to the yen because the Bank of Japan had to come in and manipulate once again. And then, of course, guys, we have the volume and crypto down. We have Tether and USDC. And we have Tether minute 4 billion in 4 weeks. And guys, you know I say it, and then they write about it. But we know stable coins are the way they pump cryptos. Now we have Ondo unveils bridge to move treasuries back USDY stablecoin across chains. Ondo Finance has partnered with Axelar to launch the Ondo bridge. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. Repo at $1 trillion. And make sure, guys, you're pulling on a daily basis. We know Janet Yellen is tapping that. Now we have UBS strategists see a far deeper Fed rate cut than what markets are pricing. And they're looking at a 275 basis point drop starting in March. Now, those who've been with me from the beginning know I warn you at the beginning of the year, we always have a big pullback. And the reason why I tell you that is because the masses get the income taxes so they don't even notice. Remember, most people are not invested directly in the stock market. They either have pensions or 401ks. So I definitely see a big pullback in the first quarter, but I do not see the Fed start cutting rates in the first quarter. The average consumer will start back spending because they're going to get income taxes, but by June they'll be broke. And that's when I expect the Fed to start cutting during the summer. Even though we're seeing holes in the economy, we know the consumer is going to keep spending no matter what. And I definitely see layoffs picking up, though, in 2024. Remember, the goal is the 4th Industrial Revolution. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, don't forget about Grayscale. On Friday, we're sitting at $29.8 billion. And we had Grayscale GBTC discount narrows to 10%. And Grayscale Solana Trust trades at 869% premium as institutions flock to Solana. And we saw Solana take off when we got the news that Mike Novogratz Galaxy Digital was going to be handling the assets. We know he's a Goldman Sachs guy, so we know they was going to run it up, and then of course they're going to start selling at the top. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. But getting over into a little crypto news, we have Aave's lending markets resume normal operations after security scare. And then we know it was coming. We have Gronk coin inspired by Elon Musk, Gronk AI. And guys, we know how this works. They're going to keep pumping and dumping, guys, because it is definitely a cheap coin. And it will pump and dump off of AI news. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have Bithumb plans to be the first crypto exchange listed on Korea's stock market. And no matter what country you go to, they all have a plan for the digital transformation. Crypto is being integrated into the legacy market, and eventually the legacy market is going to be going away. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because we know everything is going to be tokenized and put on blockchain, including stocks. Now we have Thorchain to become the third largest DEX as Rune surges 50% in a week. And if you've been a part of the crypto Patreon, you already know. And if you just became a stock Patreon member, you already know. I give you the NWO crypto list. I'm not your financial advisor, not financial advice. Please do your own research. Now we have Terraform Labs acquires cross-chain data provider Pulsar Finance. So we see they're trying to make a comeback after Do Kwon. And then lastly, guys, we have CBOE. That's right, guys. They're coming on in. It's launching margin Bitcoin and Ethereum futures in January. So what does that mean, guys? We're going to be pumping late December, going into January, and pulling back in February, going into March. Yes, I know the halving is in April. But remember, we always have a big pull back in the first quarter. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Drama Team save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Drama Team save New York from COVID Stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Drama Team goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.